The Umbrella Academy is back for the third season, and they are back to saving the world. The 10-episode season is more time-warped than ever, and it also looks like things haven't exactly gone to plan. And if you were confused and didn't understand the ending, don't worry, because we have it all for you in this video. And yes, beware, this video has plenty of spoilers. After the team failed to prevent Victor from going smashing on the moon, Number 5 tried to send them to the past, and they ended up scattered in Dallas, in or around 1963. However, nothing of importance happened in Dallas in 1963. Well, something actually took place, and after mucking about with that one thing, it seemed like they finally solved it and headed back to 2019. However, it turns out that Reginald is still alive and has an entirely different team. Naturally, it involves manipulating his children and doing horrible things so they'll go through the portal to crazy nonsense. That nonsense takes the form of a psychedelic escape room with monster samurais and a puzzle on the floor. If you get 7 star babies who've grown up to be star adults to stand on the sigil, it opens up the universe's system preferences, where Reginald hits factory reset only for Rumor to take a little off the top. Despite a rather feeble axe to the head, Reginald was able to finish whatever he was doing. All that was left was to push the shiny button. And we all know Rumor cannot resist pushing the shiny button. The button activates the reset, the world rewrites itself, and the Umbrella Kids are no longer powered. All is right with the world. Reginald Hargreaves is the head of a massive tech company, and his wife is alive, which makes total sense. Now, there are 3 timelines to keep track of to get to this ending. First is Victor and his tendency to go boom, or it can be argued the massive issues he developed having the boom dragged out of him and then constantly getting treated like a pre-ball Cinderella. The team takes a mulligan to the early 60s, which just turns out not only to be another chance for Victor to go kablooey and trigger an apocalypse, but also gives him a chance to spread the kablooey around. Victor starts up a relationship with a woman named Sissy Cooper and ends up saving her young boy. That same boy named Harlan takes destroying the world up a notch by trying to reach out to Victor when his mom dies, but reaches out a little too hard and ends up killing 27 of the women meant to get instant pregnancies. And the grandfather paradox that kablooey's all of reality. The second set of timelines to track is 5. 5 is the one who comes back to stop the apocalypse as well as convince everyone that he's there to stop an apocalypse. He's doing that as the rogue agent of the Commission who he loathes and also created. Some version of 5 saw the cascading problems of mucking about with time and created the Commission to keep track of things. It's like a more surreal time variance authority. Then there's the most important one, Reginald Hargreaves. Important to note, none of this happens without him. On Reginald Hargreaves' home planet, his beloved wife is dying. This is when he hatches his circuitous plan. He releases the sparkles that have been associated with the birth of the babies and the use of their powers as adults. He's chosen Earth because on Earth there's a portal to reality system preferences. He needs a team of superpowered people since he had already sent in regular people and it didn't work out. He needs 7 because while he's not exactly sure, he needs exactly 7 to unlock access to the machine. His first attempt fails because Hargreaves hadn't factored in that raising kids is not particularly easy, especially when you're training them to unlock the device that unlocks reality. He gives it another go by faking his own death to bring the family home in the hopes of having them prevent an apocalypse. Instead of stepping into oblivion, they try a weird trick, failing. After failing, they go back to 1963 where they meet pre-super baby Hargreaves, who sees that the team he picked wasn't going to work out. And thanks to Harlan thinning the field, he assembles a new team and decides to fast-track them against Pogo's objections. So, where does that leave our not-quite heroes? At the end of their arc, there's the question of, if there was no magic space dust making someone go through pregnancy in a minute, what parents are the surviving members going to find? But that might be a mystery we have to live with. Comic creator Gerard Way has a pretty time-consuming side hustle as a recording artist and member of My Chemical Romance. Combine that with the completion of the arc and it seems like that might be it for the Umbrellas on Netflix. Now, despite the win for Hargreaves, it looks like he is terrible at his job. It's surprising how 5 doesn't see the red flags because Hargreaves is nothing but red flags. Well, that's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.